Hey guys, welcome back to some more Fire Emblem Heroes content. Today we're doing something different, but not that different, because obviously everybody has already done a Resplendent hero tier list. I'm not the first. This is something that people seem to like talking about, is the different Resplendent hero attires, which I guess makes sense because we are paying for them on a monthly basis. It's like $10 for two of them. I don't know about you guys, but like before Faye came out, like character art and character design was not something I thought about or cared about that much, but now that I'm over here paying for them every month, suddenly I care a lot. Suddenly everyone's a critic. That's how it seems to me anyway. But yeah, this will be fun, I think. This is an idea for a video I've had for a while. And I worry that if I'm not careful, I may end up rambling about a couple of these Resplendent arts. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep myself on a timer. I get 30 seconds for each one. That way we prevent this video from being like 40 minutes long. Obviously, I'm not an artist. I don't know anything actually. I'll just be trying to grade them based on personal preference. My list is gonna end up looking different from yours, and I think that's okay. I decided to make a bunch of different tiers here. That way we're less likely to just have like, I guess, 20 different units in the middle tier. So yeah, I try to make a bunch of tiers here. As long as it's like B minus and above, then it's one that I really like. C looks like it's really low down, but like I'm kind of seeing C as like the average. That's how I'm looking at it. Without any further ado, let's get started with Lynn, whose Resplendent art I can't see fully because I don't have her. She's the only one I don't have. I have 45 out of 46 Resplendent attires. But personally, I've always been a fan of the Resplendent art. I know some people don't like it. I think her damaged art looks good. I'll put it on screen since I can't do it right this second. But yeah, her old art was pretty plain, so I think it's good she got the upgrade. Quick, 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 quick. Okay. This is so hard already. Alright, Cordelia. Once again, her old art, it wasn't even just plain, it was like not that good. Yeah, definitely in need of an improvement. I guess it's kind of interesting her old art, how she had the dynamic lighting on her special art. But anyway, the new art. Oh god, I don't have enough time. The Asker colors, I think they usually look good. I just think they end up looking kind of plain on a couple units. Cordelia looks okay though. Alright. And once again, C might look low, but like we're gonna end up with a lot in C. It's like not bad. Ike. I think Ike looks cool. I like the inside of the Moose Bell capes, how they have like this fiery gradient from white to blue. Ike looks pretty cool, I think. Also, it's nice to see art of like specifically Path of Radiance Ike because we usually see Radiant Dawn. I'll put him in B. I might put him to A minus later. Sophia. I like Sophia as well, actually. Once again, another huge improvement. Her old art was just not that good. She had the big neck. Yeah, she looks a lot better now. I think the Emblem Resplendents look best. For some reason, they only look good on characters that look like Veronica. So, like, these small girls. Okay, let's do B for her as well. I could even see myself doing A minus. We have no time. Azura. Okay, hear me out. I know people don't like Azura's Resplendent because of the smile, and I understand that. I get it, but I don't know. I just think it looks goofy, and like, it doesn't fit her at all, but I just appreciate it in a weird way. Also, her other arts look good. Attack, special, damaged. I think it averages out to being C tier. Controversial opinion, potentially. Deep breath. Okay, Ellie Wood. Ellie Wood, obviously, ginormous improvement. Not a huge fan of the old artist's style for him. He looks good now, but like, I just think he looks really plain, which is good because he really just needed like an improvement in general. But like, I just can't get over how plain the Asker clothes look on him. I actually think it's like not that remarkable. Hector. Hector looks pretty cool. Once again, I like the Moose Bell capes, how they have the gradient on the inside. summoning lightning and fire, and his damage art looks cool. I like how Armad's, in all of Hector's arts, like, Armad's is always fucking enormous. It always looks really dumb, and I like it. Yeah. I especially like the damage art, actually. Let's put him in B minus B. I'll put him in B. I will say his neutral art's kind of plain. Okay. Sonic-y. I love Sonic-y's Resplendent art. Just going back and forth from like the old to the new, you can see like how much better the colors are. It just looks so much better, I think. And also, her special art is just really cool. I think at the time Sonic-y was like the best Resplendent we had. It's kind of disappointing we don't get like the dynamic lighting in her special art. I feel like that's something they could do more in general in Heroes. I'll give points for that when I see it in the special arts. Roy, I don't know. I just don't know. He doesn't look bad. Like, I can't... On paper, I don't have any issues with it. I just really don't feel very strongly about it at all. I don't know how to feel about the Niffle, like, colors. We have, like, the bright blue and the white. I don't think it clashes with his hair color, per se. It just... I don't know. I wouldn't have time to elaborate, but we're moving on to Lind. Lind? I think her old art was fine. I think her other arts were kind of boring, right? Actually, no, they were fine. But new Lind, yeah, I don't have much to say about Lind, I'm gonna be honest. I think she's gonna be one that just kind of averages out to C. I think that might be what ends up happening with like all of the Asker Resplendents, because like I said, I just don't have strong feelings on them, usually. Minerva, actually not a huge fan of this one, just because, I don't know, the colors just seem to kind of clash in a way. I can't really describe it. Her attack art looks okay. Yeah. Let me think about this. C- does seem kind of low, but yeah. If I don't stop putting people in C-, then I'll never do it, so... Robin. Okay. Robin, our first Hella Resplendent. A little disappointing. People say his neck is too high. I think if his neck was like normal length, then he would just kind of look like a trapezoid. But this way, he looks like a triangle, which is a little better. So there we go. The attack art and the special art are actually pretty cool. I think the Hell outfit fits him because of the whole Grima situation. But yeah, I may even put him down in D tier. Just not that great. Olwen. Okay, this is the first Asker Resplendent that I actually really like. I think it's just like the contrast with like the red and the white on her cape. I just think it looks cool. We're gonna look respectfully at her attack art and her special art. And yeah, I think I'll put Olwen in B-. We like Olwen. This is so much harder than I thought it would be. Erica, okay. Unfortunately for the Resplendent Erica artist, like, the artist who usually does Erica is, like, pretty much perfect. Like, all of the Erica arts usually look really good. Her special art here is, like, is really good. I'm still partial to the Resplendent, though. I don't have an issue with it. I used it for a long time for Ether Raids, so... yeah, actually kind of a fan of Erica. And I think it's okay that she looks kind of different, because, like, since we have the same artist doing Erica each time, it's, like, some variety. Alm. Okay. Our original Alm looked great. I feel like we took it for granted. Old Alm's art looked pretty good. And then, for Resplendent Alm, we just kind of get Babyface. It's like Babyface, and then he also just looks, like, weirdly thin. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Alm at all, honestly. Too bad for him. Julia's kind of a weird one. Very distinct art style. Usually I give points for having more variety and just being more unique, which, yeah, I think Julia looks pretty cool. Also, I kind of forgot, like, her facial expressions are actually kind of, they're distinct, they're funny. Look at her damaged art. I'll do C. I think it averages out to C. 30 seconds is not enough time. Okay, Takumi. I like Hell Takumi. His neutral art is pretty bleh. It's just kind of whatever. But then I think his attack art, special art, and his damaged art all look really good. So I'm actually kind of a fan of Hell Takumi. I think I can do B-. I don't know. His neutral art is like really not that remarkable. Sita. I really like Sita. Immediately I'll put her in like A, if not A-. She just looks really good. The Nifl Resplendents, I don't usually like them that much, but Sita just looks really good. So yeah. I don't have much analysis otherwise. I guess the Nifl Resplendents don't usually have like pink on them, so that's kind of interesting. Marth, okay. I'm actually not a huge fan of Resplendent Marth. I think the colors are interesting. Kind of like with Olwen, you have like the contrasting red and the white on the cape. That looks cool, but just I can't get over his face. I don't like his face that much. Especially in his neutral and his like attack art. I think C- is fine. Alright, we're ahead of schedule for once. Lucina, it certainly doesn't help that like old Lucina was basically perfect, as she was. Yeah, obviously people don't like the Resplendent Lucina very much. I think the artist is really good. Like, they do a good job with other characters like Fae and Legendary Fae, but the art style just doesn't fit Lucina that well. I will say the special art, like, they do some interesting things with the special art. You have, like, the Sand's Eye and the dynamic lighting. I'll give points for that, but... F tier. Okay. Not surprising, I know. My least controversial opinion. Niles. I don't have super strong feelings on Nile, I don't think. This was before we started getting a bunch of 3 and 4 star Resplendents, so it was kind of cool to see him at the time. Yeah, I really don't have much to say about him. Delphia. I think Delphia was our first Doka Flamer Resplendent. I don't remember. But she looks good. She maintains like her yellow and like black, brown color scheme. It's pretty cool. Don't have strong feelings on it, however. I will say I like it more than the original. So we'll put Delphia in like C. We're halfway done, I think. Eldigan looks incredible. You gotta give credit where it's due. My only pet peeve is that I can't unsee him having a dual disc in his neutral art, but otherwise he looks amazing. Basically like a reimagining of the character. He just looks so cool. This is like what I really wanted from like other Hell Resplendents like Takumi. He just looks so cool. We really like Eldigan. Tiki is next, I think. We've had a bunch of different artists draw Tiki, I think, and just this is the one that sticks out in my mind the least. I guess I like the colors, like the black to purple gradient on her, but yeah, I just don't have strong feelings on her. I don't know, she's not as bad as Alm. We'll do C-. Brave Ike. I can see why people don't like Brave Ike, because it's like, you know, the Chooser Legends Ike art was like special. It was the whole point. At the very least, they like maintained most of that. Like the colors, they maintained a lot of it in his Resplendent art. Also, I just like the Neovalier costumes, so I'm actually pretty partial to Brave Ike's Resplendent. I think A- is pretty good. I would say more, but we're talking about Tana. Yeah, man, I just... when it comes to some of these fairy Resplendents, I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to say. How did Tana used to look? Classic Q-Boon. Before they just got Q-Boon to do like... Anyway. Yeah, man, Tana is fine. C. Alencia, I really like Alencia's art. I think her old art was fine, but her hair was like I think just because of the art style, her hair was like too bright, and then they kind of fixed that with the Resplendent art. It's like, especially in like the chibi, you can see it. Going from the chibi old to the chibi new. I like the new one a lot. We're going to look respectfully at her damaged art while I put her in probably A tier. Reinhardt. Like I was saying with Asker Resplendents, they just end up looking kind of plain to me. I will say the lightning and his special art looks kind of cool. I do like that. But I don't know, man, just the old Reinhardt art, like, I got tired of looking at it for so long, but then, like, just as the Resplendent art came out, I was like, you know what? No, the old Reinhardt is iconic. I don't want to change it, even though I don't use him. Oh shit, I lost my place. I'm pausing the timer, I don't care. Makai is next, okay. Deep breath. Alright. So I really like Resplendent Micaiah, obviously. If you had asked me, like, which outfit I would have wanted for her, I would have said Hell. I think just Resplendent Eldigan kind of spoiled me, and I just wish they did, like, something more unique with her. Like, some Resplendents, like Eldigan and, like, Amelia, who we'll see later, they're, like, practically a whole reimagining of the character, and I feel like you don't really get that from Hell Micaiah. Also, her hand is doing the Butch Hartman thing. Anyway, Lilina looks good. I'm gonna place her before I forget to later. Yeah, she looks really good. She kind of came and went. You know what I will say, actually? Old Lilina. I really like old Lilina's art because, like, something about her attacking art and her special art was just so violent and visceral. And her damaged art, too. You know what? Demoted. Because in comparison, you don't really get that with... Okay, anyway, Leaf. Leaf kind of got just really average art both times that we got him, for his original and for his Resplendent. I just, yeah. I'm gonna take a deep breath while I put him in, like, C-. Ugh. Does anybody really like Resplendent Leaf? Nino. Okay, original Nino is iconic. Nino face, do my best, etc. So Resplendent Nino has that disadvantage, but she looks fine. So, not C-, at least C. Yeah. Next up is Chrom. Okay, Chrom actually looks really cool. Also, he got a huge improvement based on his original. Resplendent Chrom. I think the cape is a little silly, how he's like, he transforms into a giant crow or something. But then just the dynamic lighting on his face and his special art, and then like, in his damaged art, like his arm is melting, and also if you look at his legs, it looks like he's like actually getting burned. It just looks pretty cool, I think. At least A-, maybe A. Celica. This is one that I just don't have very strong feelings on. I guess it fits the character, like I said, with the fairy resplendence, I just don't have very strong feelings. Her face looks kinda horizontal. I don't want to say wide, because that's mean. Horizontal is a more mathy word, so it doesn't sound as mean. Yeah, I think I could even see myself doing C-, but I'll do C. I really don't have a reason to dislike Celica's. Merrick, on a similar note, I feel like I don't have a great reason to dislike Merrick's art, but like it really bothers me. His smile here just rubs me the wrong way, and I can't really explain it. In his attacking art specifically. His damaged art looks cool. I think he looks better without his big, dumb hat, but I guess I appreciate that they brought it back. Amelia. Amelia is really good, I think. There are a couple of Resplendents where they, like, practically reimagine the character, and they just look really cool. The outfit itself is a little Monka-esque, but I can look past that to an extent. She has this giant axe and it looks ridiculous, but I mean, it's just so unique and it's just pretty cool. An easy A or A- for Amelia. Who's next? Raven. Okay, Resplendent Raven is actually pretty sick. I like how he keeps his sword he doesn't use. I like that. You get dynamic, like the yellow shading on his face during a special. He just looks really cool. There are a couple Hell Resplendents that I really like. I'll do B for Raven while I catch my breath. Okay, who's next? Oh, Sonia. This is another one where I just don't have that much to say. Definitely an improvement. What's the deal with the Muspel Resplendents all getting, like, crow feathers in their art? I don't really know what the deal is there. Definitely an improvement. Her old art was fine, but yeah, I can see why people prefer the new art. Tail 2. Yeah, Tail 2's old art. People didn't like it. I thought it was fine. Her eyes were a little weird, admittedly, but definitely the Resplendent is an improvement. It's just more expressive, just more interesting in general. Big fan of Tail 2. We'll put her at least A-. Yeah, I like that. I think next is South. South looks so cool. I feel like this is the best Neovalier Resplendent by far. It just looks so good. Like, this artist's art style, I think this is the one that did, like, Legendary Marth and stuff. Like, it just looks really cool for South. And, like, the particle effects, or whatever you call it, on his dagger here, it just looks really cool, and I like it a lot. Also, just a pretty big improvement over his original art. So I actually... maybe S. I'll do A for now. I don't know. I really like it. I'll do S. Shoot, I lost my place. Pause. Where was... Okay, Shanna. Okay, so I feel like original Shanna, her art was actually pretty good. And then her new art is just kinda... whatever. I don't like the face that much. Also, whenever I look at her, I think of that one anime girl that people complained about for a while on Twitter, and that's kind of ruined it for me. Oh, Shauna's D tier. Who's next? Kagero. Okay, what? What am I supposed to say about this? I feel like the watermelon aesthetic had to be deliberate, right? Honestly, I think it looks ridiculous, but it's like, I don't have like a great reason to put it below C tier. Yeah, whatever. Sarah, getting a 3-4-star healer Resplendent was just cool in general. And Sarah was done justice. As much justice as Sarah could have been done. Definitely a good choice for a Niffle Resplendent. I feel like the Niffle doesn't fit some characters as well, like Roy and Leaf. We'll do C for Sarah. We're running out. Ryoma! Yeah, man, his original art was fine, and now you just kind of slap on the Asker colors, and it just looks... whatever. I don't have strong feelings on it at all. C- seems kind of harsh, though, but I don't know. Just because, like, going from the original, which looked so good. Yeah, C-. Naui, okay, so like, I don't know why they always do this with Naui's art. I guess if you're a fan of Naui, then this is what you're looking for. So the Resplendent art was good for you, but yeah, whatever. I don't like Naui that much anyway. I'm not gonna get all offended. Her special art's pretty cool, so I'll give her points for that. I guess I should do B-, but I'm gonna do C just because I don't like her outfit in the first place. And finally, we have Ishtar, who looks really good. The one thing I can't get past is for some reason her eyes just don't look quite right to me in her neutral art and also her damaged art. I can't really put my finger on it, but still, she's obviously really good. Either A- or A. I'll do A. I think people will get mad if I do A minus. And that is it, because I'm not doing est. Okay, I feel like I came up with a pretty good list. Just keep in mind, you know, C tier, like C tier is average, right? C tier is not bad. Like, if we collapsed A minus through B minus, like this would look a lot more evenly distributed. But yeah, that was fun and also weirdly stressful. Alright, so at this point, I've actually edited this video and I've watched through it, and I'm not going to elaborate on individual characters, because obviously that kind of defeats the purpose of our 30-second timer, but at the very least, I did want to go through and, like, reorder the tiers, because, like, you know, during each 30-second time interval, I couldn't really think of where to put them in each tier, so now they're kind of ordered. A couple characters got moved up, some got moved down. Bravelyke went down. I think Alicia and Amelia moved up. This like went down. Let's see what else. Lilina went up, etc. I spent some time deliberating on C tier. Uh, I don't know. C tier is kind of a mess. All I know is Cordelia is definitely the best in C tier. If I redid the tier list, I'd probably put her in B minus tier. But thank you for watching this video. I appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll try to be back sometime soon with more fake content. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you next time.